So welcome everyone. Just a little word about that. That is a Buddhist bow. The Tai Chi bow is Yan and Yin, sort of martial arts bow. So they're both good. I think, you know, accenting the yin and the yang here, and unifying them, but yet keeping them separate is very Taoist. It's very much Qigong. And then just uniting these pairs here. This is really very, very Buddhist. There's not a differentiation here. So, if you ever meet a Taoist, which is not easy, and you talk with them, they always admire Buddhism and the Dharma. If you meet a Buddhist, which is easier to do, they may not know anything about Taoism. Even if they're a Zen Buddhist, and Zen Buddhism is the unification of Taoism and Buddhism a long time ago. So the Chinese called it Chan, was the name of the practice, and the Japanese translated it to Zen. So sort of this bringing back this awareness of some of the roots of Buddhist practices, that's something about what Breathing Earth Qigong is about. So we'll explore that today, the intersection there. So dropping the attention down into the standing body. And really down into the lower dantian, down into the belly. And just relaxing the belly, the abdomen. So feeling the belly, it feels like it's filling and emptying. Of course it isn't. The lungs are filling and emptying. But the belly is actually what's drawing in the air and expelling the air, the muscles in the abdomen. And when we drop our attention down with the breath, we're bringing this sense of expansion, this sense of spaciousness down into the realm, the heaviness of the body. And if we're focusing on the breath up here, if we're breathing shallowly, or we're up in the mind or whatever, there's a separation between the spaciousness, the air, the mind, and so on, and the density. And by dropping just the simple action of dropping the mind, the attention down into the belly. And spaciousness is relaxation. So noticing the relaxation in the belly and the spaciousness, we're merging the lightness of the breath and the mind with the heaviness of the center of the body. If you need to bring more attention down, then go ahead and stiffen the arms and hands, and actually direct your attention down the arms and sort of dotted lines down into the ground, feeling beyond the hands down into the earth. And then this will empty the mind a little more as it directs the attention more intensely down into the belly and into the hands, into the legs. So there's a strong intentionality here. And then you can let go when you're ready. Let go of the little bit of stiffness. And just drop into the body, the movement of the breath. Okay, let's go ahead and bow to the directions, starting with the north. Turning to the east. And to the south. And to the west. And then above, extend the attention beyond the hands, looking up above. Okay, and then below. Within. Okay, let's begin with loosening the neck and shoulders. This is an excellent practice to do if you're practicing sitting meditation. Maybe if you're on retreat or you need a little bit of break between sits, just opening up the chest and the back releases a lot of stiffness. Okay, and then moving down. So in breath, out breath. This is checking in with your balance, the balance of relaxation and alertness. You're sort of awake and asleep. So great presence and then relaxation. So birth, letting go, or death. And just balancing these. You'll notice if you monitor your energy, sometimes we have a lot of energy. We're like this. It's just a lot of energy. Other times, we're much more relaxed or less energetic. And by moving the body in this way, we're magnifying the sense of being very energized and then being very relaxed. And we're moving between these two somewhat extremes of energy manifestation. And we're moving gracefully and gently between them. And then we're smoothing them out. So we have the capacity for both, of course. And so this is balancing yin and yang, of course. Let's just do one more. In breath, out breath. All right, and then rocking the pelvis. Sort of loosening up the lower spine. And then circling the hips. Now this one involves the thighs, the knees. All right. And then balancing left to right. So sinking down into the left side. When all the weight is there, then you can lift the unweighted foot. And go ahead and do this however you want. Whatever the arms are doing is fine. But the main thing is to have the mind down in the foot and sense the vertical alignment of the body and keeping it steady like a compass. And if times are stressful, which you may be familiar with, practicing balance, standing on one foot, concentration practice to develop equanimity. And you'll be surprised if you do these. At first, you're somewhat tippy. And just bend the knee a little bit. And you can actually relax into that one-legged position. I remember being at a Tai Chi retreat with Master Ben Lo, lifelong practitioner from China. And he would stand in a one-legged stance, and his calf muscle would be completely soft. You can just simply lift up the unweighted foot and leave the toe on the ground. That's fine. It's the same thing. Being comfortable on one. All right, we're going to be moving into an exploration of directionality and Qigong tonight, internal Qigong. So we're going to start with this opening sequence that you're all familiar with. I do it at the first class of every session at the Tai Chi Center, or when we begin at a retreat. I begin the Qigong with this, so this will be familiar to some of you. I'm dropping into standing mountain or standing position 1. Aware that every cell, molecule, and atom in this body came from this planet. We are not only connected to the earth, we are the breathing earth. This body is not a thing, it's a process. Taking form from the elements of the earth and yielding form back into the earth. And drop our attention down and extend our attention down into the earth. And dipping the knees, let that arms bend at the elbow. So embracing the womb. If you happen to be in a female body, this is embracing your womb. If you're in a male body, it's embracing the umbilical connection to your mother, to our mothers, to our grandmothers, to our great, 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 to all of our ancestors, back into the mists of time. Those of you who have arisen from the earth and found your way back to it, we are one with you. And even all the way back to the origins of life on this planet and to the origins of this universe. We are connected to it all. And letting the hands move slightly away from the belly with the in-breath. Move slightly back with the out-breath. And dipping the knees again. Let the hands come up. Embracing the heart. And middle dantian, center of connection. A doorway to higher realms. The beating heart and the pulsing lungs. And aware, as Master Trisha Yu says, at this moment, people are laughing and crying, being born and dying. And we are one with it all at the source. And aware of the belly, aware of the earth, aware of the verticality in this body. Dipping the knees again. Letting the hands come up, palms facing the body, bringing the attention up through the neck, up through the upper dantian, the head, and watch the hands go up. So your hands are like this, looking up, embracing the light of the sun, the moon, the stars, holding within our hands the white light of the cosmos. And now slowly opening the arms, unfolding a fan of rainbow light between the palms. A gesture of acceptance and presence here in the manifest realm where we abide. Extending the attention from the heart out through the arms and out the fingers, infinitely out, in touch with the interwoven net of all connections with all beings. And dipping the knees again. Let the hands come up. And we're going to reform the ball. Sending the attention up the center of the body, out the top of the head, between the hands, out into the sun, the moon, the stars, all the light in the universe. gathering it all. And now we will slowly bring it down through the crown of the head as the hands come down, filling the body with the white light of the cosmos. All the way down. So that the standing body is one between earth and heaven. And these two are combined at a very minute level in this body. All right. So now let's begin with the right hand pointing down. And we're going to bring the hand up, pointing, particularly the middle finger, at the center line of the body, up, and then out. Just watch the hand. So again, pointing to the earth, pointing to the middle of the body, bringing the attention up, inside the body, out, top of the head, and then down the inside front of the body. Okay, so in breath, out breath, in breath, out breath, or however it works for you. You can do it more quickly, in breath, out breath. And then you can switch hands every other time. So, and we're circulating this light of the cosmos through the cells, molecules, and atoms in the body. Powered by the breath. Okay, let's slowly reduce the movement. And end up at the heart area. And now just with the breath and the eyes, looking inwardly, bringing the attention, looking up the inside of the spine, inside of the skull, down the inside of the front of the body. All right, and let's go into touching heaven, touching earth. So hands at the center line, stretch a little, Palms face each other. And we're going to extend the sense of touch out, way, way, way up, and way, way, way down. We're extending this central axis of the body. Okay, and now let's bring together. And now side to side. Extending the senses out from the fingertips. Keeping in mind the vertical axis and its extension. So we're extending in all directions. Excuse me, we're extending vertically and side to side. Okay, and then coming back. Now the orbit. So breathing in, up the spine, use the eyes. Breathing out, down the front. And with this cyclical thing going on, there's also this vertical axis of light. And there's the horizontal axis of light. And there's also front to back. The nexus is the heart. Okay, and then repeat. So the attention is extending out and at the same time is in, where all the organs are. Okay, and then coming back. Okay, attention is in now. And also out in the up, down, left, right, front, back. And primarily in. And then expanding out. So this gesture is both this way and this way. Okay. Okay, and coming back. And going up and down. Okay, and coming back internal. And side to side, and front to back. Extending. And internal. So again, up and down. So we're touching into form, going down, and boundlessness going up. It's just light and darkness going up. And down is not visual so much as more tactile, heavy. Okay, now we're going to take form and boundlessness, form and emptiness. Okay, internal, cycling, breathing in, breathing out, moving up, moving down. Okay, very good. And now, left, right, front, back. And this is describing a field of awareness, heat, electromagnetism, awareness, space around the body. And maybe you get a sense of this. You can feel it. You can feel the tingling of it. And it's kind of like a fog, mist, or a field of light around the body. And then bringing back in, lighting up the heart, the belly, the brain, the earth above the head. We can begin to let go of that orbit, that circle. Just sense the field internally. Now we're going to take that field with our hands. We can feel it in our hands. We're going to send that up and down, expanding the field vertically. Breathe naturally. Okay, and then bringing that back. So sensing the field in the body, the energy of the body, feeling the tingling quality of the body, internally, the organs, and on the skin, and beyond the skin. The spaciousness, whether it's internal or external, touches everything. So really one with all that is. And then bringing the awareness back into this particular being, this whole system. And then touching into our ancestors, the origin of form with one hand, and touching into the formless, the abstract, the space with the other hand. So, and this is really the dance of reality, of life, isn't it? And in this body is both form and spaciousness. Okay, and so let's just go ahead and make this the dance that it really is. You may smile, which is encouraged. Okay, let's do one more set. And now, moving through this space, let's go into flying crane. However you want to do this. Internal, external, it's all one flow. If you like, you can go up on one foot. This brings us down into the body, doesn't it? You can do walking crane if you want to. Step forward. Step back. Okay, let's reduce the movement. Okay, let's bring up our stool. And you can have your hands as you like. You can have your palms up, or they can be down, or you can do the lan fa, if you like the crane beak, if you want to, or have hands together, whatever you like. And just rest upright. Let your breathing slow down. Your heart rate will slow down. You might notice the quality of the energy that you feel. The tingling, is it very intense? Is it more remote? Can you sense into being energized and relaxed at the same time? If we breathe more deeply, we tend to bring in more energy. If we tend to breathe more softly, we tend to relax. And we can experiment, see how the body feels, how the energy is, by breathing very gently or more deeply. We can check out the sense of aliveness in the body, the tingling quality of the body. and the aliveness in the space of the mind. It's the same. The aliveness in the space of the mind is the medium out of which thoughts appear and into which they disappear. Not only thoughts, but sense impressions. The tingling associated with the body is actually appearing in the mind. For the sake of our perception, this body appears to us in the mind. The mind senses the body, and it senses the world. And the aliveness, the Qi, the awareness, the Tao, is the medium in which it all unfolds. All of this directionality, up, down, left, right, front, back, is the play of the mind of one tiny being on a very small planet. In a cosmos without directions. All right, let's take a few more breaths. And then gently return your attention. Open the eyes, move the fingers a little, move the toes a little. Okay, everybody ready? So let's go ahead and we'll clap our hands together on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Make heat. Massage the eye sockets with the heels of the hands. Use the fingernails, comb back the hair. Tug on the ears. Make loose fists and tap the kidneys. And then massage the kidneys. Okay. And I will stop the recording.